Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan. Alright, brothers and sisters. As you know, Satan is false Israel. It's not any spooky spiritual entity, ghost, or imaginary friend that they want you to believe, or a spiritual entity that you can't identify with your eyes. It's nothing spooky, brothers and sisters. No Satan waiting on you in hell to burn you up for eternity and rip your skin off constantly, torturing you for eternity. That's what they want you to believe. You see? That's what keeps you enslaved. The thoughts keep you chained up. They no longer have to put shackles and feeders on you because they do it with Christianity, which was a tool to use to maintain control over you, to maintain the level, to make your thinking level low, to terrorize you with fear, to psychologically terrorize you with fear of going to hell forever and ever and ever. You see, not making it to heaven. See, making your heart weak, which makes your thoughts, which affects your thinking. All these things is to control your thinking, keep your level of thinking low. You see, have you scared and terrorized because this is a terrorist nation. You see, but Satan is an individual, or individuals, excuse me, something that you can see. And that's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to see your enemies, because then if you see them, you can identify them. Now you see clear. Now you're moving better. Now you know better. Now you do better. Now you can, you see, now you won't be deceived. You see, now you're heading in the right direction. These are the things they don't want you to do because they want you destroyed. That's why they give you a dream instead of giving you your vision, because they know if people without a vision will perish. And they know if you don't have the right information, it says what? That my people are lost from the lack of knowledge. So they're blocking this message. They're blocking you from hearing the messenger of the covenant. They're blocking you from hearing the other prophetess and the other prophet and the other prophetess. They're blocking these messages that we're sending out. You see? They don't want you to receive this information because the correct information will set you free. You see, now you'll be able to see what's going on. Now you know what to do. Now you know how to warn your people. Now you know how to save your family, save your friends. Now you can do better now. You see, now you know the winter's coming. Now you can prepare better. You see, you understand? So they don't want you to know that devils and demons and Satan are physical people, because they are those individuals. That's why they don't want you to know, because they're hiding. They're in disguise. They're easier to take out an enemy if they don't know that you are the devil and the demon. You see? If you don't know that they are Satan. Now you thinking that we are just one human race fighting spiritual beings. You see? And nothing we can do. We just pray to God and pray. You know, prayers don't work. They never worked. They never will work. You see? So that's what they want you to do. Keep you in La La Land. Keep you in a belief matrix. You see? Keep you disconnected from reality. You see, because this is reality, not fakeality, not falsality. You see, real, because it go down. It's real. These things are really taking place. It's real in reality. You see, nothing fictitious. You see, humans can't fly. You understand? All these things that they make you believe. You see, man can be a woman, and men can carry babies. And see, that's confusion at its finest. That's showing you that they're out of their damn minds. That they're on their way out. You see? This reality is headed. This reality is crashing. It's about to burn up. You understand? This is showing you that they're out of control. That they're losing control. That their time is up. That their minds are gone. This is evidence that they're losing their minds. You see? That they no longer have control over themselves. That they're being crushed by the reality that's coming in. You see, because they believe in these things that are illogical. that don't make sense. You see? However, I don't want to get off track. It's about Satan. Telling you about Satan. Revealing Satan. Exposing Satan. Addressing Satan. Attacking Satan. You see? Targeting Satan. Eliminating him. Showing you who Satan is. Magnifying. Penetrating. Narrowing down on who Satan is, which is false Israel. The one who has stolen your identity. You see? And has trashed yours. Has torched yours. Has caused you to lose credibility of being the seed of Abraham because he is portrayed as you. And that's what a person would do. The clever thing to do is trash the other person's image. That way that they can't come back and say that you stole my image. Because no one's going to look at you as a seed of Abraham because they torched your image. You see? Now, you don't look like you don't seed of Abraham. You don't walk around like you don't seed of Abraham. You see, you don't meet the qualifications of seed of Abraham. You're not modest. You're not intelligent. You're not walking around like you got any sense. You don't know a damn thing. You see that, and that's what they did on purpose. You see, these are things that they did on purpose. You see, but Satan is indeed, he has indeed stolen your image, but his image is burning up. You see, and his image is no longer matching the actions that he claimed that his actions aren't matching his image anymore. You see? And everything they're doing is out loud. So, him stealing your image won't last forever because he's about to blow himself up. You see? He's about to go out. You see? Satan's about to go down. You see? So, but they're working tirelessly. They're working day and night to destroy your image, to destroy you, to keep you stuck in la la land, to keep you pushing this American dream, which is your destruction. You see? And Satan is the main one doing it because he's the God of this world. And he's the one who's controlling it. This is a reflection of his mind. Everything you see in it, he's the one doing it. He's calling the shots. He's the one torching your image, like I said, destroying it. He's the one put the demons in front of you, which are his black-faced children, half devil, half man. You see? Like Louis Farrakhan, he's the son of a devil. His father is a Portuguese Jew. You see? False Israel. So they got their black-faced Satan children in your face, and they're the ones approving the music, approving the entertainment, approving this, approving that, everything that you see and hear. That's affecting your thoughts. It says that that the demons were in cahoots with Satan. They were the ones that was in partnership with him, teaching them how to do this, teaching them how to do that. You see, which is a direct connection that they were one. You see, that they were right. It was showing the connection. That they're one and the same, that they got the same agenda, which is to destroy you, to have you acting other than self, taking in bad information and making bad decisions. You see, it says committing fornication, to eat things sacrificed to idols, taking in bad information and acting other than self. You see, that's what they're doing, throwing these distractions in your way. You see, have you pushing the American dream, having you think that this is the only vision you have, telling you that you're going to hell if you don't do these things. And this is what you got to do to be successful. Be a sellout. You see, telling you to love massa, love your enemies. Don't, that America's great, that we're not going anywhere. These type of things. And that the devil is a superior person. That's who you want to look up to. You want to look up to massa. You want to be like massa. Get with massa's women. Telling our black women to get with massa. You see? So this is all the trinkets and the short gains of this reality that you be successful if you sleep with Satan, sleep with the devils, sleep with massa. You see? So they're pushing this vision hard on our people to eliminate you, to commit genocide, to annihilate you. Everything that's set up in it is to destroy you anyway. You see? The prison system, the abortion clinics, the three-strike law. You see? It's all against you. So in Satan is the one controlling everything that you see, the media, the mainstream media, Hollywood. He's controlling everything that's coming out, that's affecting you, affecting your children. You see, he's the one that was fully invested in the slave trade, invested in your misery. He's the one made blackface, making fun of you. You see, making fun of you, making millions off, making fun of you, or making riches. Excuse me, making riches off making fun of you. You see, and now they got the demons to do it. a real black face, you see. But they're still devils in black skin. But now they got real blacks doing it. So now look at them. Now you can just say, look at these fools. These not the seed of Abraham. They're not no true seed of Abraham. They're not God's chosen people. They're clowns. They're fools. They're pimps. They're hoes. They're drug dealers. They're prostitutes. They're punks. They're homosexuals. You see? You get what I'm saying? So this is the image that they created for us. You see? And they're destroying our people. You see? Because the world is structured around the idea that false Israel is the true seed of Abraham. You see? So they went along with that lie. You see? Because they set up false Israel initially to prove that we were not the true seed of Abraham. You see? And right, that they were the true seed of Abraham and we wasn't. Because when the messenger came, you see, when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad came, he proclaimed that we were. So guess what? America and Britain, they countered his claim by setting up false Israel to protect themselves from being discovered as devils who was tormenting God's people for 400 years. So false Israel is not who they claim to be. They're false. They're not the true seed of Abraham. They're Satan, who was set up by these devils to steal our inheritance, to rob our nation. You see? And they set them up to bless themselves, because it says, bless those who bless Israel. And they were cursing Israel, us, the true seed of Abraham, the black men and women of America. So guess what they did? They set up false Israel to bless themselves. So now they bless themselves. Now they've created their own reality. Now they created this the idea that they're good people, that they're saints, that they're holy, that they're pure, that they're the spiritual seed of Abraham, that God loves them, and God hates you, and you're cursed, and God hated you, and God cursed you black to be cursed. You were cursed black for eternity, even in hell. You see? And you were no good, you was nothing, you was wicked, you was savages. You was a bunch of low-life people who were sinful and immoral. And you see, terrible individuals who they had to come and civilize and give you the opportunity that God wouldn't give you himself. You see, but this is what they use to justify why they tormented and tortured us. You see? They set up false Israel. You see? So they're going to keep doing that. They're going to keep shooting that at you. They're going to keep coming at you. They're going to keep coming at you in this direction because they have to keep this lie going. Because if this lie is broken, if false Israel is exposed as Satan, then they're in trouble because they built this mask. They built this illusion to hide behind and to make themselves seem better than they are. But they're not. The devils here in America aren't good. None of the devils are. They said none of them are. You see? So you got Farrakhan saying that some are good. Some not all of them so bad. Some devils and some Jews are good. Some devils, some Satans are good. You know, that's what he said. You see, but the scriptures say none of them are good. It says none of them are righteous. It says none of them are good. Not one of them. Not so much as one. You see, so you know you got one people they believe in one part and then you see you believe in one part, don't believe in the other. That's called a liar and a hypocrite. You see, you don't believe in. You're supposed to believe in all Allah's words. You're supposed to believe in all God's scripture. See, so they always believe in one, don't believe in the other. So, but in the end, it clearly tell you none of them are good. So, you know, you keep running with that if you want. That's on you. You take the bad luck for saying for speaking that. You see, speaking those lies. So everything comes with a consequence. So you take that consequence by spreading lies. That's what you do, right? Lying, deceiving. You see, it comes with consequence. However, it tells you exactly that Satan, who has stolen our identity, is false Israel. It tells you right here in Revelation chapters 2 and 3. It tells you in verse 9, both chapters, it says, I am getting out of the synagogue of the Satan, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy out of one saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. Okay, so it says, I'm giving out a synagogue of Satan. Who has synagogues? False Israel, right? They have synagogues, right? And it says what? The synagogue of what? Synagogue of Satan. So, it's telling you directly, verbatim, they're Satan. You see, the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they're lying. They're Satan. You see? Then Jesus said what? What Jesus say? Jesus said, in the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. The blasphemy, the violation. You see, violation against God. Claiming to be something. Saying what? They're Jews, but they're not. You see? They're Satan, right? And they're the ones claiming to be Jews, right? False Israelites are the ones claiming to be Jews. Last time I checked, right? They're the Jewish people, right? Exactly. And it says there's Satan. You see? And it says none of them are good. Not one of them. Not so much as one. That they're all wicked. They're all evil. You see? And now you can see that by their works. It says know Satan by his works. Know them by their works. You see? Know a tree by the fruit it bears. And you see what's taking place in Gaza. This is the greatest sign in history right now. What they're doing in Gaza to the Palestinians, killing all those women and children. They've killed in the thousands. I think it's like 30,000. You know, I think it's past 30,000 of people they've killed. Women and children. They've killed women and children. You see, and 2/3 of that number is women and children. You understand? They blowing up innocent women and children, killing and committing genocide on the Palestinians. You see, they've killed thousands of their people. I think the number is 30,000 and something. You see, you know, yeah, it's like 30,035 deaths. 30,035 deaths. You see, and 2/3 of that was women and children. They over there starving and killing innocent women and children, blowing up children. You see, that's why it says know them by the works. Know them by their works. They claim to be angels. They claim to be all these things, but it says as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deep of Satan, that even Satan disguised himself as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan, who was the God of this world, who blinded the minds of those who don't believe. And they weren't able to see the glorious light of this good news, who they do not understand. You see, they don't understand this message, which is the teaching of this, that Satan was false, and he was lying, and he was saying that he was this, but he's not. He's Satan. You see, and it says that none of them are good, not one. And it said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works, and that's what they're doing, right? Are they doing the works of Jesus, or are they doing the works of Satan? Blowing up innocent women and children, killing and stealing and destroying, taking other people's land and oppressing them for 70 plus years. And then when they finally decide to retaliate, now here you are, you see, now back at an imbalance, you see, now striking them and killing them and trying to take them out, you see. And that's what's going on right now. This is the biggest sign in history, the abomination of desolation of Gaza. You see, this will be the sign that's headed to Israel's way now. You see, because it says all things will fail. In the beginning of 2020, all things will fail. It said they'll hear what they say and do. It said that everything will backfire, hit them, back at them. So it said, be careful what you say and what you do. And now what they're doing to the Palestinians over there is an abomination of desolation. It's causing disgust and hate towards Israel. You see, and it's an abomination, a desolation, the destruction of their people. They're destroying them, committing genocide, killing innocent women and children, starving out children, killing them. You see, it's works of Satan. You see, look.
بنسمعكم يابا. سمعكم يابا. سلمى. استنى يابا. سعيد.
This is what God's people has done in Palestine. Just like the works of God. You see? Destroying people's lives. Destroying people's families and loved ones. Complete and utter destruction. Even though they could have went about it in a better way, but they chose to do it this way. Blowing up whole buildings with children in it. Huh? Got children looking for their mother. Got families out here starving. See? Dehydrated, malnutrition, incomplete destruction. This look like the works of Satan? Yeah. This is the works of Satan. But this is like the works of God, the works of Jesus. No. Because they're not of God. They're not of Jesus. They're of Satan. You see? They the seed of the devil. They said, that's what Jesus said. They said their father's the devil. That their fathers was made to make mischief and shed blood. Went out killing, stealing, destroying. That their ways were contrary from the fathers. That they were no good. That none of them was righteous. Not one. They all was sick. You see? Here's more proof. Look at this. A mother and her child. Look at this. Look at this. A father and his daughter. A starving boy. You see? Destroyed, miserable families. You see? Look at this. Hurt and injured. That's what it said. It was close to, what? It was thousands that's injured. On top of the deaths. I think within the 60,000 injuries. And hospitalized civilians and children and women. And you see, on top of the 30,000 deaths. 30,000 and some change of deaths. You see? Killing innocent women and children. And they could have went about it a different way. They could have did a precision airstrike or a precision, a surgical precision attack. You see? Where they could have hit them, hit the target exactly, whoever they're trying to hit, they could have hit them in that precise manner. You understand what I'm saying? They could have went about it a different way, but they decided to go about it this way. You see? Blowing up whole innocent women and children just to get to whoever they claim they was getting to. Does that sound like the work of God? No. It's the works of Satan. Look what Satan does. Starve out children to death. Look at this boy. He's 10 years old. You see? Now he's a staple of what false Israel has done to their people. This is what they're doing to them over there. Starving them to death. Want to put them under siege. Want to allow them to get food, water. You see? Heat. This, that. Nothing. Supplies they need to heal. Nothing. You see? But this is what they're doing over here. And this is what's going to happen to them. Everything that they're doing is going to happen to them. Backfire. You see? And this will be the sign for our people. A great sign was taking place over here in Gaza. The abomination of desolation, because in order for the destruction of false Israel to happen, and for these abomination of desolation of false Israel to take place, they indeed had to do it themselves. You see, and this will be the sign that destruction is headed to false Israel's way, because it said they'll inherit what they say and do, and this is what's coming their way, and that's when it says that the destruction was near. You see? And it says flee. Tell our people to flee. This will be the sign for our people to start to get the hell out of their cities. Get out of their suburbs, out of their neighborhoods, out of their communities. Get away from them and get into the inner cities, because this is the abomination of desolation of false Israel is coming after this. You see? And then all our people are in danger. It's going to trigger the attack of all blacks when false Israel is destroyed by Iran. You see? So this is the greatest sign for our time, and you got devils in your way telling you this.
And forget what the news is saying. God's chosen people are the Israelites. With that being said, continue to pray for them. Forget what everybody else is saying. Continue to pray for Israel. In Psalm 122, verse 4 through 6, it even says it. And for those of you who don't know the verse, I will gladly read it to you. All of the tribes of Israel, the Lord's people, make their pilgrimage here. They come to give thanks to the name of the Lord, as the law requires of Israel. Here stand the thrones where judgment is given, the thrones of the dynasty of David. Pray for peace in Jerusalem. May all who love this city prosper. With that being said, stop thinking that humans, what they say, is the truth, because nothing but God's word is the truth. And for those who continue to laugh about what's going on in Israel, just remember, you are messing with God's chosen people. What social media is saying.
Alright, brothers and sisters, so you heard that devil. This is the mindset of the devils. To hell with what Israel's doing to the Palestinians. These is God's chosen people. To hell with what they're saying, what everyone's saying. Pray for Israel. Pray for God's people. Pray for peace for God's people. No matter if they're blowing up innocent women and children. No matter if they oppressed and made miserable the Palestinians for 70 plus years and murdered them and killed them and took them off their land and are now committing genocide. To hell with that. So, you see, no, that doesn't matter. Don't worry about what they're doing to the Palestinians because they deserve it. They're no good. They're nothing. You see, because they're going against God's chosen people. You see, that's what they're saying. Did that make any sense? Well, it does if that's what you're claiming. You see? But does that sound like the works of God? That sound like a godly type people? Jesus? Sound like the works of Jesus? No. The works of Satan. You see? Devil talk. You see? That's what devils will tell you. You see? Make it sound like something that's evil is good. And what's good is evil. You see? That's what they do. They twist it twist it and tangle it all up for you. Have you all confused, making you believe that this is okay, that this is all right. This is okay because they mess with God's people. You see? Then they said, well, don't listen to what these humans are saying. Listen to what God is saying. Are you sure about that? You sure about that? See? Because it says here, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deep as Satan. That Satan was disguised himself as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan. And Satan was a damn liar who was sitting on the throne, a lion throne, and on top of the lion throne, he was a liar who was claiming to be something he wasn't. He was indeed Satan. You see? The one claiming to be Jew, but he's not. He's Satan. And it says that what? Satan was a god in this world, which false Israel is. He's the one, the world structures around the idea that he's God's chosen people. And he controls all the Caucasian nations. He's the one in control, you see? But he's losing control because you see by his actions that he's going out. That he's losing control by his actions. You see? By what he's doing and by the actions he's performing. You see? He doesn't have any control. He's losing control, so he's trying to gain control because he's acting out in the manner he's acting out in violence. Because he's acting out in violence because he's trying to gain back control. But the fact that he's going even more, they're lying even more and they're losing even more control and they're more violent is evidence that they're headed out. You see? So either way it go, it says, right, let's get back to that. Listen to what God said. God said that none of them were good. He said that they all have been written under sin. He said that they all are under sin as it is written. There is none righteous, no, not so much as one. There is none that understand because they can't. Because they got different nature. They got different brain. They don't think the way we think. They don't make decisions the way we make. They don't calculate information the way we calculate it. They formulate it a little different. And they make up whatever they think that you say, you see, or whatever they feel is right, they make it right for them. So what's evil is right for them, you see. So what's good for you is evil to them. They don't give a damn about that. They can't understand. And it says there is none that understand. There is none that seek after God. They can't because they had no fear of God before their eyes. Look at what they're doing. They don't give a damn now. You see, they're blowing up innocent women and children. That's evidence that they don't give a damn because they don't have fear of God before their eyes. They have no fear of consequence. So they're not seeking after God because God is consequence. And they don't give a damn about that. You see, they're in the favor of living. They're trying to live as long as they can. They're trying to do what's good for them. They're trying to stay alive. You see? It says they have all turned aside. They are altogether become worthless. There is none that does good, no, not so much as one. It says as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deep as Satan, that Satan would masquerade as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan, who has blinded the minds of the people who could not see the glorious light, the good news of this here. And it says, I am giving out the synagogue of the Satan of the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. And Jesus said, what did he say? He said that your father's the devil. That you're nothing, that you're worthless, that you're made weak and wicked, that you was man killers, that your fathers are man killers, went out killing, stealing, and destroying, and making everything diseased, impoverished. You see? And it says that your ways are contrary from the Father, that you are nothing. And what they try to do? They try to stone Jesus because they didn't like what he was saying. He said what? The truth shall set you free. And they were confused because it said what? He said he said that they do not understand because their ways are contrary from the Father's, which will prove that their father's the devil. Because you see, Jesus' father is original. You see? Brothers and sisters. So people claim that they want to listen what God said. Are you sure? Because now you start to show them this, and they say, well, the Bible's, man rewrote that. Well, which part you going to believe in? You going to believe in some of it, and then the part you don't want to hear, now it's corrupted? No. That's not how it works. Either you believe in all of it or you believe in none. Either you're a disbeliever or you're a believer. You see what I'm saying? You can either believe in one part, or you either believe in all of it, or you believe in none of it. You see, it's 100% correct, or it's 100% wrong, and we know it's 100% accurate and precise and on time. You see, so you're a hypocrite and a liar. You see, you believe in one part, and don't believe in the other. That's what you are. You're a bunch of lies and hypocrites. You see. So, brothers and sisters, what you see taking place in Gaza is a reflection of what's headed to false Israel's way. The God of justice is on the scene. You see, the messenger of the covenant. You see, the high priest, the Almighty God, Master Farad Muhammad. They're on the scene. You see, the spatial and analytical gods are on the scene, and they're the gods of justice, and they're going to make sure that that prophecy is fulfilled, because someone has to make it happen, and we alongside the messenger of the covenant to make sure it's fulfilled, and false Israel is going down. You understand? He's going down, and that he's Satan, that he's doing the works of Satan, and everything that he's doing is going to backfire. It's going to hit him right in his mouth. You see? Knock his mask right off, crack his face open, expose him for being a murderer, a genocidal maniac, a rapist. You see? All these things. A baby killer. You see? One who blessed himself and didn't wait for God to bless him, because it said God was supposed to give him the land. He took their land. You see? So, however, this is the greatest sign of our time, brothers and sisters. This is where our people are supposed to, this is the heads up. It says, right, because you see what's going on over there. This is what's going to happen to false Israel. And that's when it says what? It says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that their destruction is near. So this is the time now where they're surrounded. You see? After all this stuff kick off, they're going to be surrounded. You see? It's going to be an imminent war against them in the Shia, against the Iran in false Israel. And American Britain is going to be kicked out of the Middle East, so they're going to be isolated. They'll no longer be able to give them the weapons and all the stuff that they need, that they're using to destroy the Palestinians with. You see, America is 100% guilty, and they're going to be kicked out. They're going to put them under isolation. And that's when it says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that the destruction is near. And it says, who controls Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel is. So that means that they're going to be destroyed, not redeemed or punished. They're going to be destroyed, which proves that they're not the true seed of Abraham. Because it says what? Once God placed them in the land, they are not to be uprooted or removed. So if they uprooted and removed, then that would prove that they're not who they claim to be. You see? That's an abomination. That's not supposed to happen. And desolation is their destruction, which isn't supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. Oh my. That's going to send shockwaves to the planet. That's going to send these devils up the roof. That's going to send them up to Nutty Land. They're going to go insane. Totally nuts. And this event is going to trigger the attack of all blacks. Because who has second claim to being the true seed of Abraham? You do. So now it says, curse those who curse Israel. And now the devils find out, once Satan is exposed and destroyed, that Satan, their mass is destroyed, that they was hiding behind, and now they're wicked, twisted, murderers, pedophiles, rapists, slave owners. You see, all the people who terrorize God's people day in, day out, and now they're monsters, beasts, hideous people, and now they have to reap consequence, and you the personification of their judgment, meaning you the ones that's going to judge them. You see? They cut your tongue out, and now you here to cut their tongue out. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And it says, do unto them as was done to you. And now this is when they realize that you are the one that's causing hell in their life, in turmoil. You the reason why they're going through all this, and all these things is happening to them, and now they're coming to kill you. And that's when it said, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it says, flee. You see? It says, flee, flee, flee. Don't go back into your house to go get your baby. You know how deep that is? It's telling you not to go back in your house to get your child. That means that's an urgent situation, because anybody in their right mind knows I can't leave my baby. But that's how serious it is, that you can't even go back to get your baby. It says your life would be lost if you hesitate, if you make the wrong move, if you move sluggish, if you don't move urgently, if you don't get out of there. That's why our people are supposed to know this sign. This will be the sign to get you to move it along now. So you don't have to flee. You don't have to flee if you know about it. But our people didn't know. So then they found out. Then the false Israel was destroyed. Then they fled. You see? I mean, they're in danger. And now they're moving. And they're running. And they're headed the hell out of there because they're trying to kill you. Because now they find out that you're the reason why they're going to hell. And you're the ones that will cause hell on them. You understand? And so now we headed to a time worse than our own experience, worse than the Holocaust, a time of unprecedented trouble, worse than our own experience. You see? And our people's lives are in danger. That's why I said our people are lost from the lack of knowledge. Lost from the lack of knowledge of what? That when false Israel is destroyed, that's going to trigger the attack of all blacks. And that's why it says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, when you see the abomination of desolation, it says flee. Telling you to get out of their communities, get out of their neighborhoods, get out of the suburbs, get into the inner cities where you're going to gather up with your people. You're going to have to gather up with your people if you want to stay alive. You understand? Because these people are going to attack you. Because now they have lost their ideology. The ideology has been destroyed. Their reality, which makes them feel good, which is their safety net, their beam of balance, which is what keeps them copacetic, which keeps their therapy, kept them walking sane when they were insane, but kept them looking like they were sane. They walking around feeling good, feeling holier than thou. You see? Now that whole thing has been stripped, ripped, and crushed. You see? And now they're exposed for being wicked, evil son of a guns. You understand? So now that's gone. That's out the window. And now their minds is gone. They can't believe this. And now you are choosing him. They can't let that idea spread. And they coming to kill you. It said the envier becomes envious. The one who hates you the most, who will terrorize and torture you and rape your children, rape your uncle, your grandma, your papa, your mama, your sister, you raped our whole nation, you see? Terrorized and tortured you, sodomized, castrated you, cut you open, hung you, pilled you, did all these damn things to you, fed your children together. You understand? These people we did nothing to them, and they did everything to you, and they had everything at their disposal. And now they about to have nothing, and you about to have everything. You on your way out to make paradise, and they hated you the worst. That's when it said the envious becomes envious. He always hated you, and now he's become even more envious than ever, because he's not going to have nothing but hell. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe that he wasn't the one, and you are. And you about to go make paradise, and you get nothing. You understand? So look what they did to you, and they had nothing. I mean, when they had everything, and they tortured you severely, and now they about to have nothing, and you understand? And you about to have everything. Do the math on that. That's worse than our own experience. That's going to be worse than our own experience. A time of unprecedented trouble. A time like no other, never will there be. A time like no other. You understand? Because now their backs against the wall, and their fate is death. So now it said they reach out from their grave to take you with them. Because they had nothing to lose. You see? And you about to go make paradise and they're going to hell. They ain't got nothing to lose. They about to go nuts. You understand? That's why this was a sign. This was our people supposed to be prepared and ready to receive this information. But the demons got in the way. Chief Demon Louis Farrakhan and his flunkies and his demons. You see? And sellouts. Everybody in the damn way blocking the message. Our people lives are being lost because people in the damn way. You see? They're supposed to be ready to receive this message from the messenger of the covenant, but they were deceived by a demon. And it said not to be deceived. They were deceived for 42 years. It's exactly why they're going through the tribulations. But not the sisters, because the sisters did their job. They did an outstanding job. They made sure our nation was still alive. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Not the blood of Jesus, not some mystery God, not some crap voodoo magic. No, the sisters, our original black sisters, kept our nation alive by making sure we were here. The evidence is, I'm speaking. You're alive. You're here. You see? Our nation's still alive because they gave birth to us. They kept us alive. They snuck around. They snuck around. They risked their lives to sleep with us. They weren't able to sleep with us. They had to risk their life to do it, to keep us alive, to keep our nation afloat. That's what they did. So now they're on their way out with the elect. You see, the 144,000, the ones that's going to be delivered when Michael come back, Master Prophet Muhammad, when he come back to get the messenger and the elect, the women out of here. So when you see a sister, you tell her waist paid with gold and to get with those prophetess, so they can bring them up to speed, so they can do the rest from there. But the brothers going through tribulations. You see, we're going through tribulations because we failed the test. We were deceived by a demon. We see by Louis Farrakhan, and the message didn't get to our people, and they didn't get to receive the message of the covenant. Now they didn't get to get this warning. Now they failed the test. Now our people's lives are lost because we let a demon get in the way. And it said, "Don't let no one deceive you." And he came along and deceived you, told you about all these things, and tried to tell you that Satan was the son of perdition, but he's the son of perdition. He's the son of hell. He's the fall causer. He tried to claim. He said that the following way. He said that the man of sin is being revealed. Then the following way occurred. It said, don't let nobody deceive you. It said the following way would take place first, then the man of sin be revealed. You see, but he's claiming he's doing the opposite. And it said, let no one deceive you. And that's exactly what happened. And he made war against you for 42 years. And now the brother got to go back into the incubator, which is the fiery furnace, which is the tribulations, to be 100%, because only those will leave out that's 100%. It said that the silver had to be purified as gold, so we're going back into the furnace to become purified as gold. We're going to come out as gold. It said we came as angels and we'll leave as gods. You understand? So this is a trial. You see, it's not a full-blown permanent punishment. This is a trial that's going to get you prepared for the next reality, to get you ready 100%, get you all the way up to par. You see, because you couldn't go home a blind elephant because you destroy everything. Then we end up back in the same situation. So you have to be 100%. So if you're 80, you need 20. If you're 70, you need 30. If you're 60, you need 40. If you're 50, you need 50. 50. You see? So wherever percentage you are, that's the percentage you need to get your mind prepared. You see? Well, right, you're going to have to, right. That's the thing. Wherever percentage you are is the percentage you need left to get you out of here. Because you have to have this information, the 7 thunders, the 7 churches. You have to have the 5 mathematical pillars of Islam. You have to have all these things, understand who you are, understand who your enemies are, understand what's mathematics, what's consequence, what's this, what's that. You understand? We're going to bring you up to par. Bring you above the level of the devil's thinking. Because if you don't, you're going to be destroyed in the devil's reality. Along with his thinking, because his thinking is his reality, and that reality is going out, and we're going into the new reality, higher pressure. You see, so you'll be crushed if you can't adjust, if you can't upload this information, you can't get with the program, then you're out of here anyway. You see, but we're going home. You see, but the brothers going through the scenic route, we're going through the long way. But the sisters, they out of here. They're going on coach ride, first flight, first. Coach ride, right? Yeah, they out of here. You see? Because, and that's nothing. The brothers weren't leaving out anyway, because it said, "Do unto them as was done to you." So everything they did to you had to be done to them. And they killed our babies. They raped our women. They did all these things to us, and we ain't going to damn place until we get vengeance. It says, "Vengeance was mine, wrath." You see? It said we was going to do it. You see? We was going to have to avenge our ancestors. Avenge our black our black women, put them back on the pedestal where they belong, never to be touched again, not a hair on their head. And we're going to be the ones to set the example, because you have to set the bar. Because if you just leave out of here like that, oh, they ain't gonna forget that. Oh, look at them punks. Look, we do whatever we want to them, and they women. They ain't never do nothing. So you know you can't leave it like that. You gotta set the record straight. You gotta make it right. You gotta set the record straight. You gotta set that standard. You gotta checkmate. You gotta get it back in order. Get things back in perspective. You understand? You gotta make it right. Do unto them as was done to you. You see? So we're not going anywhere until we set the record straight and you become 100%. You see? So with that being said, brothers and sisters, Satan is false Israel. If you cannot identify your enemies, then you are indeed your enemy. And it says, when you see the abomination of desolation, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it says, flee. I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.